So on the floor for Memphis, we've got Lee. White is out there with Carter, and it's Marc Gasol, and it's Udrih in at the 1 spot. Clark, looking around the league, there's no team that teams want to play less than the Memphis Grizzlies. They just wear you down.
Well, they play a physical brand of basketball. They play hard. Everybody's on the same page. And even if you beat the Grizzlies, they take a lot out of you in terms of how they try to wear you down.
Here is Knight after Memphis gets the 3. From the stripe, good as the jump shot falls. Jackson's got his first points of the night.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Yeah, the great field goal percentage to start, exactly what they were hoping for.
Here's Udrih. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. 1:16 left here in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. And Jackson with the block. And here's the fast break. Knight leading the way.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Phoenix.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
.58 seconds left to play in the first.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful jam.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Now here is Carter. The dish now to Udrih. There's 21 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge, Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Gasol wide open. He fires. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. The Suns on top, up 6. And Tyson Chandler, known for being a great teammate, a very vocal leader certainly, he talked about how important that is for an NBA locker room.
Players do the policing. Coach sets a standard, but players individually call out other players, you know, whether it be timeout.
Don't you need a player like this of Chandler's? Looking it up here. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Jackson, he's in at point guard. Warren is out there with John Lewis. Then there's Brandon Knight, and it's Len in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's out there for Phoenix. From 13, the shot's good from Gasol. Gasol's got his first bucket in this one.
And Marc Gasol has become one of the league's most proficient post scorers. I mean, how about the footwork on that low block? He is a load down low.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Lakers played really well. He ended with 7 points, and he was able to dish out a few helpers to teammates as well. We could see his role in this offense expand if he puts together more games like this one, guys.
Thank you, Doris. He was the player they leaned on that night. He didn't disappoint him.
Not at all. Came through in a big way. Whatever they needed from him, he was able to deliver.
Well, I think he actually gave them a little more than what they needed. Terrific all-around effort.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. Carter kicks to Lee. 5 on the clock. Shot, high post. No good from Gasol. And Marc Gasol at 7-1, able to finish over the top with that feathery touch. Whether it's the hook shot, Clark, or the turnaround, tough for a defender to do anything about any of it.
And on occasion, Kevin, he'll throw in the quick spin move and throw it down on top of you. So he's got the full repertoire.
Gasol a screen. Carter inside the three-point line. They get the rebound. Len with the block, but they recover it. Out to Carter. Gasol a screen. Conley with a wide-open look. Misses the three.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
Here's Warren. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And the Suns lead by 14.
I love the offensive execution on that possession.
Conley against Jackson. Lee outside. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Out to Carter. Will it go? And he gets it to go. Carter's got 5 points so far.
Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
Suns leading by 11. Knight dishes to Jackson. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Conley with the three and released it in time, but it's off the mark. The clock runs out and And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Brandon Wright's checked in for Randolph. Carter comes in for Jeff Green. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Allen. And it's Udrich in for Mike Conley. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. We've got Udrich. Brandon Wright is out there with Marc Gasol. And there's Carter. And it's Lee in at the 2 guard. 6 to shoot. Knight passes to Jackson. Sinks the triple. Jackson's got 11 points.
This is a tremendous solo run he's on. I mean, the kind we've seen him have so many times before. You know, Dave Yeager, the coach for the Grizzlies, has really become a big-name coach quite quickly. You know, he's worked his way up the Memphis coaching ladder and has had a ton of success early on in his career.
Phoenix leading by 15. Pass to Len. Knight on the wing. There's a minute 34 left in the third. Jackson kicks to Knight. From outside the arc. Jackson misses. The Grizzlies trail by 15. Lee outside. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And guys, Courtney Lee now having completed 7 full seasons, very much the same guy now as he was entering the league. A 3-and-D prototype who will most likely never be a plus playmaker.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Phoenix. Talking about Courtney Lee, you know the ball handling and court vision are suspect, but you know you don't care because he's provided solid defense on the wing, Clark, and he's hit over 40% of his threes last year.
And he's also one of the best free throw shooting 2 guards in the league, Kevin. And last year he and Conley were out of sight at the end of games. That's a wonderful combo to have. Two great free throw shooting guards late.
Gasol setting the pick for Carter. He kicks to Lee. Wright dishes to Udrich. A step back shot here. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. Udrich has got 4 this quarter.
The quick step back gave him just enough separation to get that one up.
And the shot is good. And the Suns lead by 16. 26 seconds left in the third quarter. Carter outside. Gasol setting the pick for Carter. Outside Gasol. Good looking screen by Gasol. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
He almost got it.
Some changes for Phoenix. T.J. Warren, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Jackson in for Brandon Knight. Then for the Grizzlies, Zach Randolph, he's checked in for Gasol. And Mike Conley subbed in for Courtney Lee. Jackson in at point guard. Alex Len out there with John Lewis. Then there's Bledsoe, and it's Warren in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
Tony Allen.
Grizzlies on defense. Down by 15. Jackson passes to Warren. There's a screen. Jackson drives in. Pocket 4. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
Green, the screen. Allen kicks to Udrich. From beyond the arc, Phoenix grabs the miss. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Bledsoe dishes to Jackson. Pass to Len. Back to Jackson. So it's the Suns winning easily here.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Tyson Chandler.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
Tyson Chandler is some kind.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me,
Yeah, send him in. Cece.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you again.
My pleasure.
Freak. Great game last night.
That's what I do, right?
Indeed. Have a seat. Pagnotti.
How you doing?
Thought you'd be selling used cars by now.
Funny, comedian. I thought you would have invested in some new clothes, being a team owner and all. I see you still rocking that Goodwill look.
Freak, what are you hanging around with this guy for? You know he's bad company, right?
Got no choice. He helps me pay the bills. Plus, our mother loves him.
Thank you all for coming by on such short notice.
You're welcome.
So you know why we're here, right?
Not really.
You want to negotiate an extension for Freak, right?
Well, since you mentioned it, your client is quickly becoming a liability for this organization.
We've already put a plan in place that's going to address all your concerns and issues.
Let me finish. Thank you. Myself, the front office, and the coaches are not satisfied with the adjustments you've made in your life off the court. I personally warned you about the company you keep, and we're fed up with the late nights and showing up late to shoot-arounds and the bad press and the incident at the nightclub. I told you Vic was going to be your downfall, and I was right. Something has to change now, or we're not going to need your services any longer.